up, everybody? Welcome back to Bassin Southwest. It's been a little while since our last upload, but we're getting back on the water tomorrow. We have our first tournament of the year at Bartlett Lake with bass junkies. And me and my buddy Mike, we're gonna go fish it, see what we can do. And today, as part of that video, we're gonna go through everything that we do to get ready for a tournament, and we're gonna put together stuff along the way of like how much this actually costs to go do and all that stuff for people that are looking to get into tournament fishing and wondering how much it costs, things like that. So we're going to break down everything: entry fees, gas, food, hotel if you get one, all that. Just let everybody know exactly what it takes to do this, everything I do in my boat to make sure that it's ready to go for tomorrow, and getting lures and tackle ready the night before, fresh line, all that fun stuff. So hang out with us for a little bit. We're going to go through everything that we do to get ready for a tournament. We'll see you guys in a few. Okay guys, like I said, we're going to go through the whole boat. We're going to make sure that everything's working to the best that we can before we get to the lake. It's easier to fix stuff in your driveway than it is to fix it on the water. So, got my power switch on. We're going to try to fire up our graphs. Okay, graph fires up. Now if there's something with the transducer or something later, you can't really do nothing like that now, but you can do it when you get on the water. So graph fires up. Appears to be working just fine. So we're going to go ahead and shut it off. Next, live wells. Now, it's not a good idea to leave these pumps running dry for any extended period of time, but at least before you get to the water, you can hear if they're in fact kicking on. And, if they're not pumping water once you get there, you can fight that later, but at least you know that your live well pumps are kicking on. So all you gotta do is kind of put your head in there and listen, and we'll do that now. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but live well, the aerator kicks on. Recirc pump, you can hear that. Okay, and the hard one, especially when there's traffic going by outside, is the bilge. Okay, so all three of my pumps are working. Horn works just in case. Not that I really ever use that, but so our live well system appears to be looking good. All the pumps kick on. Rear fish finder at the console seems to be working, so now we'll head up to the front, try the front graph, and then we'll make sure the trolling motor is working as well. Okay, front fish finder turns on just fine. Kill it. Let's deploy the trolling motor. Kick it on. Okay, I'm gonna spin it. Okay, and make sure we're spinning. Okay, trolling motor appears to be working just fine as well. I don't think spot lock or anything like that's gonna work while you're doing this, but you at least know you got a working trolling motor at the time you leave the house. Okay, so graphs, trolling motor. The next thing we probably want to do is check the lights. I think that gets overlooked sometimes by people. You don't check and make sure that your lights work, and you've got to have them when you blast off in the morning. So let me get these lockers open and we'll be right back. Another thing, obviously, life jackets. Got plenty of life jackets in here. One for me, one for my partner, one for somebody that may have forgotten a life jacket. Let's keep extras just in case, help people out. So let's get this light plugged in. Hold up, let's set this down. So yeah, guys, I'm getting all wigged out while I'm trying to move around. Okay, lights in. So now, come back and make sure they're gonna work. Cool. Let's see. I have light. And the cool thing about the nitros is you don't have to worry about a front light. They're built right in here. Got my green and my red. So lights are working. Tournaments. The lights are working, so we can blast off the tournament safely. I think if you didn't have your lights working, they would probably tell you you have to wait until it's light enough for you to cruise across the lake. So if you want to be the first to your spot, make sure your lights work. All right, guys. One more thing you want to do now, obviously check your batteries. I think a lot of people go wrong by not plugging in their boat as soon as they get home from a trip, leaving it unplugged for a few weeks. That's really hard on these deep cycles. They need to be plugged in if they're not in use. So a lot of batteries go bad. People do it in their camp trailers all the time. Also, they leave it unplugged for 6 months and go to take off, and they have to buy a new battery because they wasted theirs. So we're going to check on our batteries. I also like to check the liquid levels once I've had them for a while. Make sure they got water, all that fun stuff. But we look under here, we got the Genius charger. I don't know if you can see the lights or not, but they're all green. All my batteries are green. It's a one-day tournament. No need for a generator or finding power. I'm just gonna unplug them when I leave, and they should last me through the day tomorrow. But make sure your batteries are charged before you go. Make sure you have your key. Nobody wants to get to the lake and find out they don't have the key to start their engine and get stuck towing around the ramp all day. So I think for the most part, that's it. Gear wise, dress for the conditions, right? If it's gonna be cold, make sure you have all your warm weather stuff. If it's gonna be rainy, take your rain gear. That stuff just never leaves my boat. I keep it in here, and literally for a rainy day. And if I need it, it's there. If not, whatever. But I never like going without it. And then just make sure you got all your tackle, all the stuff you need, think you're gonna need for the tournament. And then we'll move on into getting that stuff ready. Now that we've got the boat, we think it's in pretty good shape. Nothing I can think of right now that I forgot. We're gonna move on to actually getting our rods and reels ready for the tournament tomorrow. So hang tight. All right, guys. Now we're into the tackle portion of it, and the very first thing I'm going to do on all my rods is put fresh line on every single one of them. I've had this line on here for a little while, especially with monofilament. You got to change it pretty regularly. You don't want to finally get a fish on in a tournament and have risked it with your line and miss them because you had bad line and your line broke. So that's what we're gonna do first. We're gonna get rid of this old line. We're gonna put some brand new Vicious on there. Happy to announce also now that I was able to get a deal with the Vicious. I used it long before I had my Berkeley deal and liked it then, and then switched up. But I'm glad to be back. The 8-pound line that I've had on my spinning reel, I have not had one bird nest yet. It is the most soft and supple fluorocarbon that I've found, and so far I haven't had any issues with breakage, which is one thing you run into with fluorocarbon. It's either stiff and strong or soft and weak. So super impressed by it so far, and you can't really beat the price. You're not going to find much line that is cheaper than that when it comes to their mono or their fluorocarbon. So we're going to spool up some fresh new Vicious and get after it. Okay, guys, we're going to give you another little tip here. If you look at my spool, I didn't take all the old stuff off. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to join these two lines together and spool up only half spool of the fresh stuff. If you think about it, it's going to save you a ton of money over time, and you never really use the stuff at the bottom anyways, anytime you're fishing, so it's just going to get wasted anyhow if you just strip it all the way off. So we're just going to half spool every single one of these and save ourselves some money. That's it. We'll start spooling up this 12-pound. Got a 6'6" medium action rod I'm borrowing from my son here. I actually snapped one of my piscifuns the last time at the lake, and they were super easy to deal with. I contacted Jason and Justin. They said just email cs@piscifun.com, and within the day I had a response from them, and within 2 or 3 days, I had the confirmation that a new rod was being shipped to my house. No questions asked. There were questions asked. How did it break? They wanted pictures, you know, little things like that. But they sent me another rod. I don't have to do anything about it, so I'm real happy about that. Sad that it broke. Hopefully it's a one-off with the new piscifun gear this year. But we'll keep you posted. Make sure that these rods and reels are going to last you if you decide to go that route as well. So again, just going to spool all these up. We're going to fast forward here and get it done, and I'll show you what we're going to have tied on for tomorrow. guys, we finished up tying lures, getting new line. First bait we're gonna throw tomorrow, I think, will be the blade bait. I got it in a white with a gray back, low light, no flash needed just yet, more of a silhouette kind of deal. It's a Cabela's Mean Eye 3/8 ounce. I'm throwing it on a spinning tackle this time, the 8-pound vicious line, and a 6.5 foot medium spinning rod. So, number one in the box. Okay, second thing, we got us a Ned rig. This is the X-Zone Ned head with the X-Zone Ned Zone bait on it in green pumpkin. I got a little bit of orange on the tail. Again, 8-pound vicious fluorocarbon line on a Piscifun 6'10" medium light spinning rod and a Viper reel. Next, we've got the moccasin football jig with the X-Zone. Oh God. X-Zone, oh no, oh, muscleback, X-Zone muscleback cross on the back. I can't remember the colors of these. I think the X-Zone here is craw, and then just maybe black, brown, and amber from moccasin. Half-ounce jig, again, Piscifun 7'1" medium heavy fast action rod on 15-pound vicious fluorocarbon line. The other two were also fluorocarbon line. Then I've got a spinnerbait here, just a shad color looking spinnerbait with the X-Zone mini swammer on the back. It's a half-ouncer with a single willow leaf. I'm trying to fish it a little deeper. It's on a 14-pound mono and a 7'4" medium heavy Piscifun Phantom rod with the Phantom reels. Next, we're going to throw a rattle trap. It's the Bass Pro Shops XPS rattle shad in a Texas shad color on 12-pound monofilament line. Piscifun 6'10" medium action rod with the Phantom reel. And lastly, we've got the Bass Pro Shops deep diving XPS crankbait in a Texas shad color. This is on my boy's 6'6" Vendetta, but with my Piscifun Phantom on vicious 12-pound mono. So that's what we got rigged up for tomorrow. And that should be all we need. So we're ready to go fishing now. Now we're going to take you guys into the world of what it's like to have to pay for one of these. So we're going to film everything from getting gas, getting food, booking hotels, the whole 9 yards. So you see what it's like to have to do this. So we'll get up with you guys later. All right, getting gas. We're going down with the missus. You are in here and you will like it. Going down with the missus and the family. We got two separate vehicles so they can go play in Phoenix while I go fish. So gas is going to be a little more expensive this time. I figure it will counteract the fact that I don't have to put gas in the boat because we're still pretty full there. So it should be still pretty accurate representation of what it's going to cost you gas-wise to go fish a tournament when you don't live close to the lake. Oh, only 20 bucks? 20 bucks here for the missus. We already had some gas in here from the week, so it's not quite as bad this time. It'll be a little more accurate once we get down and we've run off the whole tank, and you know how that goes. So in here, $26.87. So we're about $40-some in gas so far. We decided to fill up here in town, even though we had some gas already, because we're lucky here and it's only $2.34 a gallon. So we'll see you guys the next stop. Oh, one more thing I was going to talk to you guys about when it came to getting ready for taking off. Your trailer and your tire pressure. Not having enough tire pressure will definitely could end up with a flat or whatever. Same on your truck. Not only that, just gives you better gas mileage. So make sure you're checking your tires and making sure they're inflated good for you as well. So, all right, we'll see you guys at dinner and hang tight. All right, guys, we finally made it to the hotel. Probably took about 4 hours to get here. It's 9:30. We're tired. We're gonna go to bed, and we'll get back with you guys tomorrow. I've picked out a pretty sweet spot for us. Yeah, that's right. You're on camera. What's this place called?
It's a hotel.
I don't know. We ended up getting pretty lucky. We're right above. What is it?
Homewood Suites.
Homewood Suites. I don't know. Fancy. We got lucky. Got a window that's looking out over the boat and all that. So we're gonna get some sleep and we'll get up with you guys in the morning. See you later. All right, guys. tournament time, about 4:15 in the morning. Gotta stop and get some gas and head to pick up Mike. We may put a little bit in the boat. Got a pretty good night's sleep. Gonna just stop and get some snacks and then head on out. $50 every time you fill this pig up, at least. What's up, man? Ready to get it? Yeah, it's much better.
Instead of 2:30.
Yeah, much better, huh?
Jesus, I want to thank you today for gathering us together here at Bartlett Lake for competition. I want to thank you for the camaraderie that we experience out here. I want to thank you for the friends and also the opportunity to do something that we really enjoy doing. Being out here on the water. I want to put a special prayer in for a guy by the name of JT, a little guy. He's having a hard time, and we want to see your hand touch him and bring him along and help him out and his family. Lord, thank you for all the blessings you bestow upon us. Keep us safe today. In your name, Jesus, we pray. Amen. Please continue to stand for the national anthem.
What so proudly
GoPro, start recording. All right, guys, midday update. We've only got one fish in the boat that we didn't quite get on film. It's been a really tough day. It's been cold, boats everywhere. We're doing the best we can. It's about noon. We only got about 3 hours left to try to put 4 more fish in the boat, but we don't have really anything to tell you. So hopefully when I get back to you, we've got a few more fish in the boat and we get to see some stuff. So hang tight and we'll be back to you in a minute. All right, guys, it's a wrap for today. It was a grind, big time. We've only got 2 fish on the live well. Caught them on a Ned rig on the X Zone Ned Zone in the crawfish color. Mike actually caught a short fish on a drop shot. Where it is though, it was pretty tough all the way around, so we don't feel too horrible about it, but it was just a hard day. Couldn't even hardly get any footage for you guys. Forgot to hit record a couple of times, you know, in the moment when you're thinking about tournaments. It's hard to remember until the GoPro to record, so I'll try to be better about that in the next one. We're gonna load up real quick, put everything away. We'll go get some footage of the weigh-in and all that fun stuff and see who won, and we'll get back with you guys after that. So we'll see you in a little bit. Let's see our giants real quick. There they are, folks. Giants.
Did you grab our weight card? Locked in at 4.07. Who got the fish? All right, gonna have you go ahead and hold it up for Rick real quick. I guess one fish. Go ahead and take my 2 thanks. Got Bartlett. Hey, they are getting good. And then boat 19. Boat 19 is going to be Greg Taylor and Dave Crean. Conservation. Boat number 2. 2 fish, 2 alive. You want to weigh bigger? Wait, go to weight only. 2 fish, 2 alive for Mike McEnroe, Daniel Cody. Am I saying that right? Peacock. Peacock. There you go. He's not quite the coyote. He's peacock. Sorry about that, brother. So we've got 2 fish, 2 alive, 1 big step to get on the stage. And we're going to weigh total weight. That locks in at 2.78. Thanks, fellas.
Appreciate it, man.
Have a good one. Oh, you too. Well, there's nothing like a crazy day out on the water. And when I take crazy, I take 5150 plastics.
I like your guys' jersey.
Thanks, buddy. Well, number 26. 3 fish, they're alive. Wait, wait only.
All right, first tournaments in the bags for the year. We ended up 41st out of 88 boats. That just goes to show you how tough the fishing was at Bartlett this weekend. You know, 2 fish finished you in the middle of the pack, and not even good fish. So we're not too disappointed with it. It was valuable points towards the championship, which they're going to be guaranteeing 20 grand to the first place finishers. You know, can't really complain. I think they take the top 30 or the top 40 boats in points for the year for that championship. So we're right on par for now. We need to do better in the next few, but can't complain. So to give you guys the rundown at the end of the day, what it cost me this weekend to fish this tournament. This was me traveling with my family down, not splitting costs with my partner, which is kind of a normal thing. It was $875. That's entry fees, that's hotels, that's food, that's gas. It's a lot of money. If you're going to be planning on having your family go with you, it's going to cost you money. There's no doubt about it, but I love it when they go with me. I love having that support system, sleeping in a hotel versus camping out in the cold. We could swing it this time. That's not always the case. You know, sometimes you got to just suffer through it because you can't pick when the tournaments are, and you never know when you need tires or whatever, and money goes away, and sometimes you're stuck. But I love doing it. I love the tournament fishing. And to give you another idea of where you could have saved, you know, obviously no hotel. It would have cost you about $36 to camp for 2 nights at Bartlett, as far as actually just the camping spot. So that's 300 bucks right off the top. Now we're down to 575. Your entry fees are going to stay the same. Obviously, gas is actually going to stay about the same, but you could be splitting it with your partner. Most people do it that way. So say 75 bucks. Now we're down to $500. And then food you could probably cut in half or something like that. But still, at the end of the day, even traveling with a partner, it's going to cost you about 500 bucks. You know, each one of you to fish for the weekend and spend a few days. It's not a cheap sport to get into, but man, it sure is addictive. So in order to get your money back, you'd have to finish probably 6th place or 5th place. You got to be up there out of 88 boats. But obviously, if you win, I think the winners won almost $4,000. So there it is, guys. I mean, I didn't hold anything back from you. It's about a $500 weekend every time you go fish a tournament. We got another one coming up in 2 weeks. So if you have any questions, again, I hope you liked it. I know it was hard this time. I didn't get a lot of footage fishing because we just didn't get that many bites anyway. And then when we did get a bite, we were so focused on getting it in, we didn't tell the camera to turn on and get it on film. So hopefully at the next one we have more for you. Again, any questions, post them down below. If you like the videos, please continue to keep subscribing and liking, and I'm gonna keep them coming, and we'll have more out. We'll talk to you guys next time.